Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding Jenny and Hannah. And today we're going to be going ahead and study the Lashawan Qadash class, which is the Hebrew tongue, the Holy Tongue. And with that, I'll go ahead and give some announcements for the Passover. Is going to be here in like 2-3 weeks. The lamb slaughter is April 9th from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the Smith Family Ranch at 1950 East Atlanta Road, Stockbridge, Georgia. Kids Party is April 10th at 10 a.m. at 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Urban Air at 1970 Jonesboro Road. After that will be General Muhammad Scripture Breakdown class. That's going to be April 10th also from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Everybody should definitely tune into that. It'll be at the Atlanta Cosmopolitan Event Center at 4600 Legend Place, Douglasville, Georgia. Then next thing is the Hebrew Academy graduation and ceremony. That'll be on the 11th, April 11th at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Atlanta Cosmopolitan Event Center, 4600 Legend Place, Douglasville, Georgia. The next thing we have is the All-Black Party. The All-Black Party is going to be on April 11th, starting at 5 p.m. to 12 a.m. Sorry about that. Slogging. It'll be at 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. at the Atrium, 5479 Memorial Drive, Stone Mountain, Georgia, 30083. Then we'll have the Passover at the hotel, April 12th, from 5 p.m. to 12 a.m. at the Marriott Marquis at 265 Peachtree Center Avenue, Northeast, Atlanta, Georgia, 30303. And on the Sunday, April 13th, that'll be a Feast of 11 Breads at the main hotel from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. at the Courtline Grand Hotel, 165 Cortlandt Street, Northeast, Atlanta, Georgia, 30303. And with that, we're going to go ahead and get into the Lashawan Qadash class. We'll go ahead and go over the ancient Hebrew first. Then we'll go into the Syrian Hebrew. And then we're going to go ahead and go back into the words of, I still had a remainder of words with the letter G. So we're going to go ahead and finish the remainder of the words. But right now, like we always got to do, we got to go over this alphabet so that way we could get familiar with how it looks and how it sounds. So with that, you got everything in the Hebrew was always right to left. No matter what goes on in modern day is usually left to right. In our ancient ways for the Black, Hispanic, and natives, from our old biblical customs and culture, it was always right to left. So with that, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza, kwa, ra, sha, ta. All right, in ancient, there's a different way of it's got different shapes. So is going to be like a sideways A. If you could, take a screenshot, try to study this at home. Hopefully we go ahead and get used to like reading and speaking our ancient tongue as a secondary or third language, in our modern day lifestyle. So is like A going sideways. Then you got ba. It's like a triangle type G. You got ga, which is like a slanted 7. Like I always say, a slanted 7. You got da, which is kind of like a triangle. You got ha, which is like a flipped F with basically with like 3 lines. So, just to let you know, it don't go like this. It'll be flipped, and it got 2 extra lines on the bottom, so it makes it 3. Y is like your modern day Y. You got za right here, just like your modern day Z. Ka is like a 3-step ladder. Ta is like a circle with an X in the middle. You got ya, which is like a slanted Z with like a little line in the middle. Ka, a flipped C with like a V in the middle. La is like an L. Ma is like it's similar to like a W and a Y combination. So you got the W at the top going into the Y formation going at the bottom. And that's how you would say ma. You got na, which is similar to ma. So na is like a V going into a Y formation at the bottom. You got sa with a line going from top to bottom. You got a Z at the top and a line going directly at the bottom. You got I, which is like a big circle. Get on this side. Then you got pa, it's like a J. You got taza, which is a line from top to bottom, and you got like a Z from the right side, just touching the line. You know what I'm saying? You got line, and you got every point just touching. That'll be taza. Then you got qua, which is like an umbrella. You know what I'm saying? You just do like a little like a dome shape at the top, like an umbrella shape, and then with the line coming from top to bottom. You got ra. Ra is like a 4. Then you got sha. It's like a W. Then you got tha. It's kind of like an X. This right here is a lot more simpler to remember than the Assyrian. When we went into captivity, this is when our ancestors went into captivity. This is what we had changed this into this because of the change of dialect that we were speaking as we were in all these different captivities. So the same thing right here. This up here is actually that looks like an N. So so everything will be directly below it going forward. Some will have like ka will be the first one. So ka is ka like this, like see going backwards, like it's getting flipped, like a mirror image. And then say if it ends with a ka at the end of the word, it's gonna look like this. Sometimes we'll see that. That's why sometimes I go over like words, so that way when we come across it, you'll be like, oh yeah, I see that. I identify that now. Because this will be at the beginning of the word. This will be used more towards the end of a word. So that makes a major difference in sounding out the words, because you might, if you see this at the end of the word, is ka, but then it looks familiar with da, it looks familiar, but it'll be scripted different. So you have to really pay attention to that, because this looks like a 7, that looks like a little 7, and ra right here looks like a 7. You know what I'm saying? And then, not to mention that ka, when this is at the end of the word, right? This also looks similar to this one. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta know, oh, it's a short 7, so that's gotta be na. But if it's got a longer edge from top to bottom, then that's gonna be ka. So it's little things that you gotta have to brush up on just to go ahead and know the kinks of the Assyrian Hebrew. This is more distinctive. You could tell that, and you could see it plain. It's like plain to the eye. You know what I'm saying? But when you come down to this in the Old Testament, written in Assyrian, this is a little bit more challenging for a person's eye. So the same direct word will be directly on the same direct letter will be directly underneath. Is more like an N type. You got ba. Ba is like it's like a seven, and then you got a little line underneath. Boom, boom. Then you got ga. Ga is like I want to see like a female high heel, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So once you screenshot and you look at it at home, you look at it real closely, you'll see it. But ba ga, then you got da. Like I told you, a lot of things look like a seven. So boom, da is like a seven. Then you got a similar one right here, which is ha. Ha is similar to da, except this little dash right here at the bottom changes the whole letter of the alphabet. So ba ga da ha. Wa is like a seven. It's like a stuck up seven. It's basically got its nose in the air. So it's like a little nose in the air and then down. Then you got za. Za is like basically like a short T at the top. You got your line from top to bottom. You got a short T at the top. Then you got ka. Ka is similar to ha, except it connects from the left side. It connects to the top. So it's written similar, but then the left side also connects. Then you got ta. Ta is in a U form, a real nice fancy U form. So you just you can basically look at it and you can connect it, come back around, and you just slope it on the inside, give it some little style on it. All right. Next one is ya. Ya is basically like a comma just floating in the air. I'm just trying to give you some type of little hints to how it'll be incorporated. So if you see a word in the Lashawan Qadash that has a comma in the air, you'll know that'll be ya. Then you got ka. Ka up here is like an inverted C with the V in the middle in the ancient. But when you bring it down here, it's similar because you keep that inverted C. But at the end of the word, if ka ends at the end of the word, this is how it will look. And you see how you could get easily confused from certain letters. So try not to get too distracted by how these are formed. Just know that at the end of the word, this might be included also. Then we got la. La is basically like a fancy one. You know what I'm saying? It looks like in fact, it kind of looked like a question mark. You know what I'm saying? With a little point at the top. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Without the dot at the bottom. You just like a little question mark. Ma is kind of like a cursive S. You know what I'm saying? Like a low grade S in cursive. So you got low grade, and then you got the little slant at the top. Then underneath, if ma is at the end of the word, it'll kind of look like it kind of looks like a circular square, and then it kind of rolls off the top left corner. So it kind of got a little definition on it. So like a square circle, and then you just bring it to the side. And that's if it ends at the end of the word. Na, if it's at the beginning of the word, it'll look like this. It'll look like just like a short C, if you want to call it. But then if it's at the end of the word, it'll be like a short seven. A real real distinctive short type 7. Then you got Sa. It looks like a circle, similar to Ma, but Sa is basically a circle with a little definition going at the top left-hand side. You got I, which is like a modern day Y, but it goes more further down to the bottom. You know what I'm saying? You go down and they slope it straight to the side. Then you got Pa. Pa is like an upside down G. So if you ever see Pa, this is it in the ancient, look like a J. But then if you want to read it in the Old Testament, in the ancient, in the Assyrian Hebrew, it'll be like a G, basically upside down. If it ends at the end of the word, if Pa is at the end of the word, it's gonna look like a J. So it's kind of similar, because how you see, like if you look at the G and it's upside down, you can understand a J upside down at the end of the word. Next one is Taza. Taza is kind of like a Y, but when you got the Y, it's kind of like this point at the top left-hand side goes straight across, and the top right-hand side goes down, and it squiggles straight to the left. So you got the top right-hand side that goes down in the Y, and you got this one that goes connected from top in a squiggle, and a quick turn at the bottom, boom. And then if it's at the end of the word, it's gonna look more like this, like a simple Y, just flipped. You know what I'm saying? Usually a Y look like this. You flip it over and it'll be like that. Qua is basically, to me, Qua looks like an R. That's why I kind of look at the handwritten one. See, this is printed and this is handwritten. That's why I always sometimes look at the bottom right here, because that's how somebody will write it. This is how it's properly introduced. So Qua kind of looks like from top to bottom a line, and then an R form, just not going all the way to the bottom with the R formation. Next, you got Ra. Ra, like I told you, it's always like this 7 right here. It's easy to get mistaken, but the more you see these letters, the more you get familiar, and you'll be able to sound out the word, according to how it's written. So Ra is like a 7. Right here is how it's handwritten, like if you would do it to yourself. So the 7 right here, if you do it yourself, that's how it kind of would look right here. It'll have like it'll look like a 7, a little bit definition at the top. Boom. I know it looks real distinctive, and you may think it's kind of hard, but the more you see it, the more you practice it, the more you'll be able to sound out these simple terms and words. Then you got Sha up here. It's like a simple W. But oh, Sha look like a W. Okay, cool. Sha down here also looks like a similar W. But handwritten, you see it right here. It looks similar, but it's written the same way. You know what I'm saying? This one just printed out real perfect. And then you know how we do it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was to write something on the board, it ain't going to be as perfect as it was if it was printed. So that's going to be a shot. Then you got Tha. Looks like X. In the ancient, in Assyrian, it looks like kind of looks like Ka, but with a little swoop at the side. So boom, you're going to have, it's going to look like an N, but this is going to kick to the side. And that's going to be your alphabet. A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Qua, Ra, Sha, Tha. I know it's not I know it's not the easiest form of language, but it's for Blacks, Hispanics, and Natives. It's our biblical, cultural language, and we should get accustomed to try to implement it in our modern day learnings. Now I'm gonna just bring it over back to the board, and we'll go ahead and go over the terms in that. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a couple more words with the letter G. And I'm gonna leave it right there, so maybe y'all can take a screenshot and maybe study in your own time. All right. Now if we go right here, hopefully everybody can see. It says the words with the letter G. All right. So let me see. As I write them down, if you want to write them down, if you don't, that's cool. The first one that we left off on was I think in fact we end off on like grade or something like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off with grade. So I apologize if my writing ain't perfect, like I said. But, when you write it yourself, it's not gonna be as nice as if it was professionally printed. So grade will be in the English. That'll be in English. And I'll go ahead and put the pronunciation of it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and write the ancient at the end. So grade, the pronunciation in the Hebrew will be daraga. Da, ra, ga. Da, ra, ga. And the reason I put the dashes at the bottom is so that's how you can pronunciate it and see the connecting words right here, the connecting letters together right here. So daraga. And let me write in the ancient. Okay. Dara. Remember, everything's written from right to left. So even though I pronounced it from left to right, da, da, ra, ra, ga, ga, and then it ended with an H. So you take the ha and you knock the A. It usually has an A at the end, but at the end of the word, you just knock the A off and you got da, ra, ga. And usually we have connectors, so that way you could pronounce the word. So this is da, so it's got the whole sound. Ra got the whole sound, and these two are connected right there. So da, ra, ga. And da, ra, ga in the ancient Hebrew means greater. Next one's going to be grape. Grape. All right. This one's gonna grape is in the ancient holy Lashawan Qadash, the holy tongue. Grape in the ancient Hebrew will be Inab. I Nab. Inab. So if you took a picture of the alphabet, a lot of times before I even get to the end of the word, try to do it yourself. So maybe you can go ahead and identify where the connectors are for the ancient word. So if I do Inab, it's gonna be like this. It's gonna be I knob because you got this I and knob. I na is a na, and then you got ba. Knock that A off. I knob. For Blacks, Hispanics, and Natives, this is our oldest form of language, whether you like it or not. It's not a choice. It's just something that was there before a lot of your ancestors were born. Do we recognize it now, or can we use it now? Yes, you can. I mean, you don't have to use it on a daily basis just to know it. But you know what I'm saying? If it's something that's biblical and everybody believes in this Bible, and I know every Black, Hispanic, and Native believes in this Bible. So while we believe in this Bible, we know that it was written in Hebrew. And all we're giving you is the ancient way of pronouncing things, and we're giving the Assyrian way of pronouncing things. We're giving you something that we've been missing for thousands of years. And you know, it's a careless job because it's like a lot of people really don't care, but it shouldn't matter because you are Blacks, Hispanics, and Natives, we are chosen people, and this was our chosen dialect of speaking from the biblical times. As we went into captivity and captivity and captivity, you know, as today, you know, we learn English, we learn Chinese, we learn Assyrian, we learn uh uh Aramaic, we learn a whole bunch of different dialects of speaking. You know what I'm saying? But what was ours originally? What was our ancient language originally? And a lot of people be like, "Oh, I don't care, I don't care." You should care because you are a very special people to the Most High God of the Bible. Now, with that being said, I'll go to the next one. The next one is we'll go grass. 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 Boom. Now, I apologize if I'm not the best writer, you know what I'm saying? You know, me coming up here and teaching, you know, I may not be the best speaker, the best writer, the best teacher, but my goal is to have everybody understand who's a Black, Hispanic, or Native is, you know, we have a job to learn these little things and implement them into our studies. The same way a person would want to learn Spanish, they should want to learn, you know, the Lashawan Qadash, which is in the ancient and the Syrian. Same way you would want to learn, I don't know, I don't know, Greek or something. I don't know. You want to learn all these different languages to feel like you're smart. French, Portuguese. You know, you should also implement this too because this is supposed to be real meaningful to our spirit. Um, so grass is is going to be pronounced in Hebrew. It's going to be pronounced Aisha. I Aisha. if you got just like I said, if you have screenshotted the alphabet, sometimes try to give it a shot yourself before I write it in the ancient. There you go. I shop. It's not that easy, but it ain't that hard either. It's just about getting repetitively used to, you know, this Hebrew language every Friday. These terms right here, you put them in your notes and you just go over them. Oh, shit, ashab, anam, and then eventually we'll start putting them into sentences. I'll go ahead and, little by little, I'll get us into harder things. But for right now, basics go a long way in a minimal amount of time, especially when you're trying to explain this to like kids. Because this ain't only for men and women. It's also for the children too. So while we're teaching them, we have to teach them in a simpler sense. Kids know what grass is. You explain it to them. Oh, and pronunciation is Aishab. And then you tell them like, and this how it will be spelled in the ancient Hebrew. Now all of a sudden you're getting their minds accustomed to this stuff early in life. Great, great. They get grades at school. You can be like, this is how you say grade. You know what I'm saying? Daraga. I'm gonna leave it up for maybe about 5 more seconds. Then I'll go ahead and I'll take it off and do some remainder words. All right. I think everybody should be done or writing this down. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this down. Right. For the next words. Next word is gonna be great. So in English, the word will be great. One day I hope to be great at speaking this as good as, Officer Mayad or Officer Marai or Officer Hazahab. It's a lot of great brothers in the school in the ISUK that really know how to speak, differentiate. Like they're real good at this all like 360 all the way around. It's kind of impressive, you know what I'm saying? So as I'm learning more, I can teach you the basics, and then I'm learning more as I go along. So that way, when we get further into our studies, I will already know these things to help you understand more how to break down a sentence or a scripture. But right now, we just got to work with terms. Little words like this matter because now we get a concept of how to say it in English, how to pronounce it in the ancient, and then how to write it. How you say, like, a lot of times they say a little goes a long way. That's what basically I'm trying to do right now. Little goes a long way. All right, so great. Great. And in the Hebrew will be gadol. 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 Get over here real quick. And that's how you would pronounce it. Qadash. And I'm going to write in the ancient. Just give you a little second. And that's how you would spell it in the ancient. Ga, like I told you, a slanted 7. Da, it's like a triangle. And you got La. Ga, da, ga, ga. Da, da. Then you got the La, but you knock off the A. Qadash. And that's how you say great. And, a lot of times when you're teaching kids or something like that, even yourself, you know what I'm saying? Just repeat it over and over again. Great. It's Qadash. So one day when you come across one of the brothers, his name is Qadash. His name means great something. So, it comes into everyday life when you go ahead and meet a lot of these brothers, and they hold a lot of these great names with great meanings. You get a name off the spirit that you carry, or a spirit that you represent. All right, I hope everybody got that one. I'm gonna move to the next one, because if you don't got it, you can still go ahead and write it down. Next one is green. Green. And green is Yarakwa. Ya Ra Kwa. Ya Ra Kwa. And that's how you spell, right there, that's how you spell green. So green is Ya Ra Kwa. If you can't see it because of the glare, I apologize. But there's only so much I could do. If I could do something better every week, I'll try. I'm in charge of this class now, so I'm definitely trying to do anything that makes any of the viewers or the students more adept to engaging more. And I'm going to go ahead and write in the ancient real quick. All right. Ya Ra Kwa. See, with this one, you sound out every Hebrew letter. Ya, Ya. Ra, Ra. Kwa, Kwa. You have to knock off no A on this one. Everything just stays the same. Ya, Ra, Kwa. That's kind of like my umbrella type. I don't know. I just scribbled it up there. I didn't want to erase it. Looked pretty good. So Ya Ra Kwa. Sloppy. All right, next word is gonna be grow. And remember, if you're teaching kids, try to use these words in a sentence. That way, they at least know it and what it describes. Like you tell them, I want you to grow to be great. You know what I'm saying? So grow. And how you say grow in the ancient Hebrew is taza mak. Taza taza mak. Taza taza mak. All right. These two are connected. Taza singular. Taza stays the same. Mak is together. I'll go ahead and write in the ancient on the side. Taza. So it's Taza Mak. That's how you spell. That's how you spell Taza Mak. Look, Taza right here. Got Taza right here. That's how you do. You just bring it over. What's written from left to right, and as long as you know how to pronounce it out and identify where the connectors are, there's a connector. Either it's a singular connector to where you sound the whole letter, or you got connector that it connects to another word, another letter. So, slug. So Taza, Taza. Mak, you got Ma, and you got Ka. Usually a CHAA. You knock off both of those A's. So Mak, Mak. Taza Mak means grow. The next one I'm just gonna do right here. It's gonna be the last of the letter. It's gonna be the last of the words I have for G, and then I'll do a couple words in H, and then that'll be it for the class for this week. Definitely try to tune in to the Roundtable of Truth on every platform, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, X. Just definitely go ahead and like, share, subscribe for the Roundtable of Truth. Also, like, share, subscribe to Isupk Chicago, and let's get more brothers and sisters in this school to learn, you know, learn more about this Bible. So the next one is guide. Like even with these words like guide, you can tell your kids like if you're starting with them like this is how you say this, how you say this. And when you get to guide, you can be like, I'm trying to guide you in the right direction, and this is how you will say guide in the ancient Hebrew. I'm trying to guide you the right way, in the right direction, in the right path. Especially since we know we're not going to be here forever. You know what I'm saying? And if something ever happens to us, you know what I'm saying, we want them to be guided the right way. So guide will be the rock. The rock. All right. So da. So you got da, got da right here. You got ra, ra. It says it's connected. You got the ka. You knock the a off. You got da rock. Simple words that go a long way. I can't go ahead and throw sentences on people until we know how to identify a word first. So that's the only reason I'm taking these simple steps, so that way we get these words in our notes in the English, how to pronounce it, and then how it's pronounced in the ancient, and then how it's written in the ancient. You know what I'm saying? It's steps to this. You know, you just can't jump into sentences all crazy because you're gonna lose somebody. Just like I said, this class ain't only for men and women; it's also for children. Children definitely need a better sense of biblical knowledge, and this is where you will find it here in the ISBK. This is not about me. This is about teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Natives their true identity, their true ancient biblical um, language. That's what it's about. It's nothing about me. It's about me learning and trying to teach as accurately and as clearly as possible, so somebody could one day take my spot. That's why I do this. I love my people so much that I learn all these things so I can help them. You know, we have enough destruction with the Christian and Catholic churches and the Islam mosques. We don't need that no more. We need to come back to our biblical ways. That way we will do better and understand how to do the right thing moving forward. And with that, it also comes a language. You just can't know what to do. It came in a form of a language too. And this is what it is. People of China got their language. You know, Russians got their language. Greeks got their language. How come Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans can't have something that's just ours? What's so wrong with that? We're special people. We may be in the worst conditions in the world, but we're a real special people. We bring flavor to the whole entire earth. And you know, we're still at the bottom. But with this, I'll go ahead and put um a few words in H. A few words in H. I appreciate everybody tuning in. And I'll go ahead and change this for a second because now we're on H. So it'll be words with the letter H. I'll do a couple of these, maybe like 3 or 4, and then I gotta go. You know, I gotta slave in a little while. Looks like they're gonna have me working like 9, 10 hours. You know, so I thank you everybody who tuned in and actually wants to learn this in a in a simplified way moving forward. So the water, all of y'all. The first one, it'll be hair, like the hairs on your head. Hair. And how you say hair in the ancient Hebrew, how you pronounce it is sha'ir. 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 I know it looks, you know, I know it looks kind of like it's Chinese to you, but the thing is, like, this is our ancient language. All we gotta do is get more accustomed to exactly how it's written and how it sounded out. Sha'ir, which means hair. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the ancient. All right. There you go. You got the sha. You got the sha right here. Remember, because it's written from right to left. It sounds out left to right, but it's written from right to left. So hair means it's in the ancient it's sha'ir, sha, I, You knock off the A on the ra. Sha'ir, sha'ir. Next one I'm gonna put up there is hairy. Hairy. And hairy is sha'ayar. 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 So it's sha'ayar. Sha'ayar. So hairy sounded in the Hebrew language sha'ayar. Now I'll go ahead and write in the ancient right now. Slop. I'm gonna get y'all way at home. So, I. So you got it. Harry is yar. You got Then you got I. You got the I. You got the ya. You got the ya connected to the ra. You knock off the A. You got yar. 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 And that's how you will say Harry. Like mess with your kids with these words. You could be like, look, you got a shy or lip. You know what I'm saying? You got a hairy little lip on you. You getting that mustache, little boy. Next one, I'm gonna put hand. See, now you're starting to see where all these things just come into play, just learning a simple word and knowing how to sound it out. You gotta know hair, hairy, hand. You gotta know all these. Taking it at a slow pace is easier to digest than me giving you a whole spill of this, how you break down this whole scripture. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, and anybody who's in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, always when you're tuning in, definitely engage in the comments so that way I know you're out there. So that way, if there's something you want to go over, you can always just tell me, hey, Slacky, I don't want Azion Yala, if you could, can you go over this? And I'll be like, okay, let me go ahead and get this in my notes. That way I go ahead and know how to present it for the next week. If I know right then and there, I'll teach it right then and there. But if I need a week to go ahead and, get it in order, then I'll do that. And hand in the ancient Hebrew will be yad. Yad. All right. You written like this. Yad. The whole thing is connected. Bam. Hand in English, in the ancient it's pronounced yad. In the ancient spelled, From right to left, yad. Ya and da, knock off the A because it's connected right here. Yad. If you're a parent, you know what I'm saying, your kids playing video games too much, hey, you better get off that game before I hit you with this yad. You know what I'm saying? You can implement it to where it's kind of humorous, so that way kids will get it. Like, oh, I see what you did, mom, or I see what you did, dad. You know what I'm saying? Got to make it fun. You know what I'm saying? Not only for an adult, you got to make it fun for that a toddler will accept it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do one more. Last one is happy. Happy. And how you say happy in the ancient in Hebrew is ashar. Uh, ashar. Yep, you got it. Happy. Happy in English. In the ancient Hebrew, it's pronounced ashar. Now I'm gonna go ahead and write it in ancient right now. But it's pronounced ashar. Happy is ashar. All right. Uh, and that's how it be. You got I, you got the I. Keep all the letters of that all the letters of that you keep the entire letter form. Then you got sha, then you got sha, and it's connected. You got ra, knock the A off, shar, shar. And with that, that is my Friday Lashawan Qadash class. I'm precinct officer of 500 Azan Yala. The water for tuning in. Definitely be back next Friday where we'll go over some more words with the letter H. Shalom.